I think what really sets us apart is we genuinely care. Like we have those values, and take care of people and always do the right thing are the top two values. And then from there, it's organization. So it's take care of people, always do the right thing, communication, organization, and systems. It spells tacos. So we go out and build tacos every day. So what I'm getting at is it's our values, the core values. So when we hire people, it's hyper focused on that. So we want those type of people to work in our company to emulate that through the entire business. And then from there, it's just having the right people in the right seats and then building out systems. So I'm a very systems oriented person. And so having clean systems, I believe if you have the right people in the right spots, having those systems, clear SOPs, KPIs, things like that, that's what really helps us to be able to do a really good job for our clients. And on top of that, we have field managers that make videos and send them through the progress of the project to the clients.
This episode is brought to you by 10X Nerds. If you're a business owner doing real revenue, there's a good chance you're overpaying in areas you haven't even looked at. Things like credit card processing, insurance, telecom, and more. 10X Nerds comes in, audits your expenses across 30 plus categories, and finds immediate savings. And here's the kicker. They only get paid if they save you money. It's a complete no-brainer. If you want to keep more of what you make, go check them out at 10xnerds.com. This episode is brought to you by Rakowski Law Firm. If you're a business owner or have built a level of wealth, but you don't have your estate plan dialed in, you're exposed. Rakowski Law Firm helps families and business owners protect their assets, avoid probate, and make sure everything transfers exactly how it should. This isn't just paperwork, it's a real strategy to protect your legacy. If you haven't looked at your plan in a while or don't have one, go to rakowskilawfirm.com.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Builders Bible Podcast. I am here with Kirill. He is the owner of KVN Construction. Kirill, thank you so much, brother, for joining the show.
Thanks for having us on, man. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Kirill, give us a little bit of your background and your story. So how did you get into the industry, and what is sort of the creation story behind KVN?
Yeah, really, it was all thanks to my dad. So we immigrated here from what's called the former Soviet Union, so Russia, Ukraine area, and I was only about 3 years old. So I grew up here. I'm Americanized pretty much, but my dad, no money, didn't speak English. Basically, just came here with my mom and had the shirt on his back and. He learned the language. Eventually, he got into the trades, and he ended up running 8 crews for another company, mostly doing siding and windows, and eventually saved up some money and was able to open his own business. So he's really the OG that got into this. I think.
What year would that have been?
Yeah, that was way back in 2001.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
25 years ago,
about
man.
25 plus years, so. Yeah, he took some chances. I think he said he had to buy stuff on credit cards just to get it going, and he's just always been entrepreneurial like that. So.
This episode is brought to you by my friend Silas Lagoy over at ForgeMark Wealth. If you're a high-income business owner or professional and feel like you're getting crushed by taxes, you're not alone, and more importantly, you're not stuck. ForgeMark Wealth specializes in advanced legal tax strategies and wealth planning designed to help you keep more of what you make, grow it efficiently, and actually build long-term freedom, not just income. If you're making serious money but don't have a real strategy behind it yet, I highly recommend connecting with Silas and his team. What's up, everybody? This episode is sponsored by ExitWise. If you're a business owner thinking about selling your company, whether that's now or years down the road, you need to know what your business is actually worth and how to maximize that exit. That's exactly what ExitWise does. They help you prepare, position, and ultimately sell your business by assembling a world-class team of M&A experts around you, guiding you from valuation all the way through closing. If you want to know what your business is really worth and how to increase that number before you sell, go check out exitwise.com and get ahead of it.
I imagine you more or less grew up in the business. When did you sort of know this would be a full-time thing for you and this is what you would give your life to.
Yeah.
And when did that happen? I guess how old were you?
Yeah, so that was about 16 years old. Dad was like, "Hey, you're gonna come start working with me." So yeah, I was really big into basketball, and I wanted to play ball, but in the summer, I was like, "All right, I'll start working with Dad, picking up garbage." I remember having to do like caulking, and it was all over me. I don't know if you've ever caulked before,
Oh
but
yeah.
yeah.
I know what
And
you mean.
of course, all the guys are making fun of me because I'm the boss's son, and it just helped me to have like super thick skin, and that's how I got into it. And then eventually, it was me understanding that I was actually just really entrepreneurial minded.
Sure.
Like I love to like knock doors and mow lawns as when I was younger and sell lemonade, like make money, hustle. So it progressed into me really stepping into like the role of trying to grow the business eventually. And of course, my dad, he did everything he could to the level he can, and he's still in the business today. But ultimately, I'm kind of the one that took over to grow the company and have that next level vision.
Yeah, absolutely. Kirill, give us sort of the scope of what y'all do.
Yeah,
Obviously, it sounds like it's primarily siding related, but just walk me through like what is it that y'all offer, and
yep,
is it anything construction related? Is it specifically siding? Yeah, talk to us through that.
yeah. It's mostly siding, roofing, and windows. Those are
Okay.
the three things that we do. And then with that, if we do siding, we can paint because we do a lot of paint in our area, and we could do gutters, we could do stonework. So all exterior, but siding, roofing, and windows. Those are the main three things.
Yeah, that's interesting because I'm sure y'all have seen this, but I imagine when most people need siding done, it's probably a good time to just do the windows and roof as well, right? Is that kind of the idea?
Yeah, we really
Yeah.
market siding and roofing, and that gets us in the door with the windows, the gutters, and the painting and so on.
Okay, that's awesome. Are y'all doing, is this mostly residential? Is it a mix of commercial? What does a typical job look like for you guys?
Yeah, good question. For us, it's mostly all residential, maybe 10% commercial and multifamily.
This episode is brought to you by Blue Collar Business Advisors. If you're running an HVAC, plumbing, electrical, or landscaping, or any other type of home service business and wondering where all the money is going despite growing your revenue, you need to talk to Paul Maskill. Paul has scaled and sold multiple blue collar businesses and now helps business owners improve cash flow, profitability, and financial clarity through outsourced CFO services. His clients gain a better understanding of their numbers, build predictable profits, and create a business that supports the life they actually want. One of the things I appreciate most about Paul is he's not just a finance guy. He's been in the trenches as an owner. He understands the challenges of running blue collar businesses because he's done it himself. If you're doing a few $1,000,000 a year in revenue and want to stop guessing at your numbers and start building real wealth, head over to bluecollaradvisors.com. That's thebluecollaradvisors.com and schedule a discovery call with Paul and his team. Blue Collar Business Advisors, helping blue collar business owners build financially healthy companies and achieve permanent profitability. This episode is brought to you by Corberry Digital. If you own an HVAC, plumbing, electrical, roofing, or home service business and you're tired of wondering where your next lead is coming from, you need to check out Corberry Digital. Corberry specializes exclusively in helping home service companies dominate their local markets through SEO, Google Ads, local service ads, websites, content marketing, and lead generation systems that actually produce a measurable ROI. Their team doesn't just focus on clicks and impressions, they help contractors lower customer acquisition costs, increase qualified leads, and build a marketing engine that scales. What I like about Corberry is they understand the blue collar space. They aren't trying to be everything to everyone. Their entire focus is helping trades businesses win in their backyard and generate more profitable jobs. If you're looking to grow your business, improve your online visibility, and build a marketing system that works, visit Corberry.com and schedule a strategy session with their team. That's Corberry.com. Tell them you heard about them on the podcast.
Talk to us a little bit about currently what are a few things that y'all sticking points you're trying to solve, problems you're having, and then maybe talk to us about a few things that are going well.
Yeah, so right now, what we're trying to do is, we're a little over 8 million a year in revenue.
Okay.
So we're trying to scale to 20 million. That's the vision.
Okay.
So a few things that we're doing really well is our SEO game. That's, as far as like Google organic, all that stuff, we're doing that really well, and we have been for a long time. So a lot of our leads come from that side, and we're trying to figure out how to get more leads so we can grow the company. So as far as like getting lead flow and keeping marketing costs pretty low, we've been able to do that really well. But this year we're trying to scale more and grow a robust sales team. So that's like the problem that we're trying to figure out right now. So we built a sales school where we can onboard, train, and get like salespeople going as quick as possible. And this is the thing that we're really trying to learn right now, and going through some pain, some growing pains as we do it. We also have a sales manager now. So like just learning all of that stuff to be able to scale up and get me like as much out of the business as possible, the day to day, so I could really focus on like that visionary role and mostly focus on like marketing and big picture things.
I love that. What do you feel like are some things that are going well / what makes y'all's business different, do you feel like?
Yeah, so for us, one thing about my journey with my dad is faith is like a big part of our business.
Oh,
So
that's
we're
awesome.
born again Christians. We happen to be located in Portland, Oregon, which is a place that's not as friendly.
That is
that?
anti-Christian. I know
We actually have
Portland,
like
Oregon.
on the back of our trucks, because we have all our vehicles wrapped and everything. It says
Yeah.
John 3:16 with like a
Oh,
little
no way, dude. This is so
Yeah.
awesome.
So
I'm a
we're-
Christian myself, so I had no idea.
Yeah, so
And I'm in Denver, so it's not much better than Portland.
yeah, I don't know much about Denver, but yeah,
Yeah.
basically for us, it's just like the journey. Part of my story is, unfortunately, at 21 I became a drug addict, and then that lasted for till I was 28.
Okay.
And so really that was part of like a really dark time in my life where I was addicted to heroin, unfortunately, and dragged my family through a lot. I was actually married that whole time, had 2
Wow.
kids within my addiction, and thank God that the marriage survived, and thank God for my wife
Wow.
who stayed with me. But
That's
that
awesome.
taught me a lot, and so when I got clean and God really changed my life, um, and I was able to get out of addiction, and I've been clean 10 plus years now, so glory to God for that.
Wow.
We basically, I came back to my dad and I was like, hey, I want to work with you again. Can you trust me? Eventually, I gained that trust back. And we kind of submitted everything to the Lord as far as the business went, right? And so
yeah.
I think what really sets us apart is we genuinely care. Like we have those values, and take care of people and always do the right thing are the top 2 values. And then from there, it's organization. So it's take care of people, always do the right thing, communication, organization, and systems. It spells tacos. So we go out and build tacos every day. So what I'm getting at is it's our values, the core values. So when we hire people, it's hyper focused on that. So we want those type of people to work in our company to emulate that through the entire business. And then from there, it's just having the right people in the right seats, and then building out systems. So I'm a very like systems oriented person. And so like having clean systems, I believe if you have the right people in the right spots, having those systems, clear SOPs, KPIs, things like that, that's what really helps us to be able to do a really good job for our clients. And on top of that, we have field managers that make videos and send them like through the progress of the project to the client. So
Oh, that's awesome. Wow. Okay.
yeah, so like we might be on top of your roof. Like if you hire any other contractor, you're not really going to see what they did on your roof. But with us, we're going to send you videos. Hey, Mrs. Jones, we're up here on your roof today. Here's what we're doing. We're just trying to provide you that 5-star experience you deserve, and send them that video. So we use programs like Company Cam to really like be able to capture all the video. And that's part of our SOP. Like every time a field manager stops by a job, they have to take an X amount of photos plus X amount of videos and share it with the client. So it's very systematic like that. So our people don't miss it. It's just built into the process every single day. So the clients love it. they're getting constant communication, which is one of the core values. And it really helps us to, manage our subs well, keep the clients happy, and really build on that as we try to build our brand and grow in the area. So those are a couple of things. Another thing is we're rated one of the top 500 remodelers in the U.S.
Wow.
We made it on the qualified remodeler list, which was cool for us. And I believe last year we hung the most amount of James Hardy siding in Oregon. I believe. I think we beat like a national company, and we won like the James Hardy President's Club Award, which was really cool. And only 32
Wow.
contractors get that in North America every year. So we're hustling out here, man.
Kirill, that's so awesome. You should be so proud of that. Talk to us about, you don't have to give the secret sauce, obviously, but is most of your business, is it referral based? Are y'all getting people finding you on social media? What does kind of the average client acquisition look like?
Yeah. Well, right now, a lot of it's Google. That's
Okay.
what it's been. So it's been a lot of just organic, and like Google Guaranteed or LSA ads works really well for us as well. I know it's spotty depending on where you're at in the nation. Some contractors say it works well, and some contractors say it doesn't work well at all. So
Sure.
for us, like Google's been the main driver, but we're really trying to figure out more ways like social media, advertising on Meta. We're thinking outside the box because how else can we get to that 20 mil? We can't just rely on that one source.
Absolutely. Do you think so correct me if I'm wrong, but do y'all have plans to eventually expand the business like nationwide or to multiple states, or do y'all kind of foresee yourself just sticking kind of within the greater Portland area?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't think my vision's gone that far yet.
Okay.
So I'm really just hyper focused on that 20 million, right? And I believe we can do that out of this location, especially if we start advertising windows, which we don't even advertise, and build a system around it. So I believe we could get to 20 mil from one location. If our systems and infrastructure is built well enough, I may want to expand beyond that, but for now, God's just giving me that 20 million vision, and that's what I'm sticking to for now.
Yeah, I love that. Kirill, talk to us about. I'm always curious with AI, so especially in the blue collar world. Have y'all found helpful tools that are AI related that y'all are utilizing? Are there some things that y'all wish you could solve with AI? Talk to us about that a little bit.
Yeah, man, we're trying to learn it, like everybody, right?
Yeah,
Like
no one understands it.
everybody's like, what do we do?
Yeah.
We got to do AI. I don't know what it is,
Uh-huh.
but AI, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so two things we just started doing. Number one, have you ever heard of like Rilla?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So we didn't partner with Rilla, but something similar to it. So basically, having our sales reps go into a house and record themselves and use AI to help us get better, so we can, coach them better, and also they can, figure out how they can get better.
Yep.
So that's something that we're implementing right now. Hasn't yet been implemented 100%, but we're getting into it. And then the second thing we're also working on implementing is we partnered with a company called Hatch.
Okay.
So that is we're figuring it out, but it's basically answering service using AI. And it can auto text, auto
Okay.
email, respond to clients. So
Got it.
basically trying to fix our speed to lead, right? Like every time a lead comes in, boom, we want to be the first ones to touch them.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
we're trying to use AI for that.
Uh-huh.
So that is, and beyond that, it's just using the day-to-day chat GPT, helping you with something to be quicker and faster at
Sure.
what you're doing.
Yeah.
But right now, those are the two things, and we're playing around with it to see if people are going to like it. Because I don't know, how do you feel about it? I'm on the fence. Like, do you think people want to talk to AI when they call you to set an appointment, or do they want to talk to a human?
It's such a good question. So Andrew, my co-host, and I, we probably do 25 to 30 of these, a month typically. Sometimes even more. And so we're talking to the business owners all day long. I think it's kind of a mixed bag. I mean, personally, I think it can be really helpful. I mean, especially like you said, it's, speed the lead. That's the name of the game. But at the same time, I do think people do probably value speaking with a human being. And so I certainly think AI can be helpful. And there's a lot of tools out there that, in my opinion, shouldn't replace jobs, but should just make everyone more efficient and better at their jobs. And so we'll see where it goes. I mean, 5 years from now, we both might be out of work. So, but yeah. Well, Kirill, this has been awesome. Last question for you here. We have a lot of young guys that listen to the show that are thinking about starting a company. Maybe they're in the early stages and trying to grow. What would be some few pieces of advice that you would leave a guy like that? Some wisdom just from your time working in the industry.
I think if you want to be really successful, it's like Alex Hormozy says, there's what, like maybe 0.03% of people will make $1 million a year.
Yeah.
Something like that, right? So if you think about it, all the people you're around, right? You have to be as obsessed or, so obsessed that like most people around you won't even understand like how it is that you're going to get to that level, right? Or what you're doing. Hey, you're working too much or this or that. Like you have to be ready to take it to the next level more than like anybody else around you, because you just have to talk to those 0.03% of people if you want to be that successful. So if you're going to jump into that journey, just be ready for that, man. You have to just sacrifice. You have to be obsessed with it and obsessed with taking care of the client and just doing better. And ultimately, like, think about it like almost a sport. You're going out and competing against these other companies that also want to beat you and you want to be better, right? So my thing is like just to tell people, if you want to get into this, just be prepared to just work extremely hard, be obsessed, and don't be scared to look stupid. Like ask questions when you're around people that you think are smarter than you or more successful. Just say, I don't understand that. Explain that to me. What is it? What is KPI? What is SOP? Like, what does that mean? I remember when I started, I would just randomly call people, other competitors. I'd be like, hey, man, I'm trying to do this. Like, what do you guys do? And I was surprised because, like, they would talk about it.
Yeah.
They're lonely, kind of. It's lonely.
No, absolutely. Yeah. An entrepreneur's world is often lonely. Yeah.
Yeah. So, be obsessed. Understand it's going to be extremely difficult. So you have to have that grit. And then don't be afraid to, like, talk to other people, network, and figure out what they're doing, because that's what's going to help you get to that next level. So if you're going to open your own business, be prepared for that, because most businesses fail, and you just gotta want it more than the next guy to want to win it. So that's my recommendation to younger guys that want to get into it. It's a lot of work, man.
Yeah, I love that. That's such good advice. Kirill, so kvnconstruction.com. I know you're pretty active on social, so where can our audience find you guys on socials?
Yeah, so just look up KVN Construction on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and then, of course, our website. And you just find us on those platforms, and we're just trying to grow and serve our clients and kind of become 20-mile famous in our area.
I love it, man. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you everyone for tuning in. We will see you guys next time.
All right, brother. God bless. Have a good one.